Fucking Tuesdays, episode 13, right? Lucky number 13.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be wild, so this is your spoiler alert / caution. I have no idea what's gonna happen. There are 5 of us sitting around the microphone at the moment, so I guess we'll call it the guy on the couch and friends.
6 counting the dog.
Oh yeah, and the dirt
guy on the
dirt
couch and friends sounds great.
Yeah, we'll go with that. At some point, if anybody would like to introduce themselves, feel free, because it's fucking Tuesdays and I don't really give a shit what happens.
I don't know, my Keurig just hissed at me, so.
Yeah, welcome to fucking Tuesdays.
Want one?
Yeah,
Now what?
want a cup of coffee?
Now the show starts.
Now the show starts.
Idea.
On with the show.
First subject B.
Oh, I don't know. Pick one.
That's where you fucked up.
No, I had an idea. I don't remember what it was.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. There we go.
Children and screen time. There
Dude,
it is.
everyone.
Whammy.
Everyone.
Right there.
You as a vapor. There you go. Instant gratification. The vape stick.
Yeah.
That's why it's more popular than the cigarette. Because it's more convenient.
Doesn't take as much time, dedication to it.
You can do it in your room. You don't
anywhere.
have to walk. You don't have to, you can literally just sit there. As long as you have a vape, you can instantly gratify yourself almost anywhere. Especially if you get creative and, blow your vape into your shirt or something. Or a bush. Usually, if there's a bush around, it's getting vaped in.
Let's define bush.
No, I'm in a literal bush. It seems like there's always one. Doesn't matter if you're in a shopping mall or a Walmart. Everybody's got fake bushes now.
Dude, a Walmart, that's a boofing bush.
I mean, maybe, man. Boofing's not even the thing anymore. Everybody's on IV drugs now.
Dude, either
syringes.
way is an instant gratification.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. And, unacceptable form of suicide for some reason now. So I'm thinking about trying to get Red Bull to sponsor us. I don't know.
For this, no.
Because this podcast is so extreme.
Yet,
Yeah.
if Red Bull sponsors us, we'd get huge fast.
I mean, is this would have to be something they'd have to make a competition before they would even consider doing a sponsorship.
Potential competitive.
Yeah, something competitive.
Dude, I mean, get another one of those airsoft guns. And video capabilities.
GoPro, all the way.
Slap a Red Bull sticker on the side of the gun.
If I'm not mistaken, Red Bull does already sponsor paintballs. They do sponsor paintball tournaments.
I'm thinking more Jackass style than tournament style. Those things hurt, though.
If you want to run around in a cup and nothing else, be my guest, buddy. You are going to be my first
Dude, for enough money, I would let you shoot me with that thing 4 times a day. I don't care. Yep. But we're talking a decent amount of money. It's going to hurt, but you get used to it after a while, I think, right?
I don't think you ever would
I've
get used to something like that.
not attempted that.
Maybe. Sounds like some kind of martial arts training. You get to pick where you shoot me every day.
It's like your Iron Fist or Iron Vest or...
Training or torture? I mean,
Does it matter?
I don't know. Could be pleasure.
After-
Depends on which way you're looking at it.
After a couple buckets of 10,000, I would think you'd get used to it. The human can get used to anything. Look at fentanyl. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Speaking of instant gratification.
Yeah. I don't know how people survive.
We don't want to go through the process of anything less where we got to do more. Let's just go straight to the fucking KO. One hit. Bow.
Or not. Then you
Death.
get Narcaned. The world is great. Everything is fine.
I love it. Perfect place in paradise.
Dude, I mean, putting that shit in a needle and putting that needle in your arm, knowing
All right,
what
to
it
the
is
point
and
where
what it
you
does.
to the point where you're using a needle, you've crossed a barrier. It's like when you break that 120 mile an hour barrier, that perception delay that crests. There are several stages of perception delay where you are moving at a speed where your optic nerve can only process so much that it's taking in at a time, and there becomes a delay. Well, it's kind of the same thing. Once you cross the point where you need your drug so bad, you're putting it in a needle. met alcoholics that shoot up fucking whiskey because they gotta go, they gotta get it, they gotta feel it. It's nuts.
And then it gets to the next level where they're shooting up between their toes or under their toenails. So
that's just where you want to hide it for saving posterity or whatever, saving face.
It actually starts to get to where they can find a vein, like literally, and they'll go straight to the neck at this point, because apparently Suboxone and a needle is really, really hard on your veins. Like people with big crackhead shit, they after just a few months, they collapse, done. Everything's shot.
Because it's an introduction of shit that just shouldn't even straight out be in there, dude.
Yeah,
fucking Molotov cocktail of goddamn chemicals. Bow. Done.
It's just a way for the government to be able to control meth without calling it meth, is what that boils down to.
Oh, yeah, they can tax Suboxone.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as methadone for
registers.
opioids. Yeah. It's just it blocks it out to where literally you're getting no buzz, but Sobo's the only
apparently
way you can
go. That's the drug of choice for a lot of people at this point.
Yeah, you still get buzzed and you don't have to worry about anything else.
As long as you cut it, apparently you can be high all the time.
It's so much easier for them to come across plus it's legal for them. So if they get pulled over and they get searched and it's like, oh yeah, I got a prescription for that.
Well, it's to a point where, I mean, dude, the drug cycle has gone from a low income, like poverty crisis problem to just across the board. Like there are people losing businesses and everything to it. Stay successful for a while, but dude, it's bad. Like you want to talk about a fucking epidemic? Fuck COVID.
Methadone.
But at the same time, dude, think about it. You know, war on drugs. I wasn't successful. It was supported by big pharma. Mm-hmm. Fuck no.
Have you seen the Snowfall show about the cocaine epidemic?
Nah.
Like apparently they've admitted that they were the ones supplying. What's his name? Rick Ross, the LA coke kingpin, was getting all of his coke from the CIA.
Who knew?
Yeah, Yeah, there's a whole, like, I want to say it's a pretty popular TNT show or some shit. TBS. Network television? Is that what they call that? Yeah. It's one of those. It's depressing outside. That's a fun topic.
What, outside or depression?
Seasonal depression, actually. So both.
We've talked about it before.
Have we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Indiana's like, if you're from Indiana, don't have seasonal depression, you got a different kind of crazy, I'm certain.
Well, that's why, there's, high populace of manic depressive, just bipolar, same as the weather. Fuck, who knows? You'll be 80 one day and 32 the next. All or nothing. That's what we have here. Shit, last year on the 20th of April, we had snow. Bring it on.
Yeah,
we just got lucky as shit yesterday, and everywhere else got snow, and we didn't.
I was just outside of Palm Desert during that last year. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Compton.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't get any snow. I think we did get a storm, if I remember right. It was really weird. But that's like 15 minutes of raining sideways. And then an hour later, everything's bone dry again. Easily distracted. Where's the whiteboard? Why do we not have a whiteboard?
Again,
I don't know.
God it's cumbersome. It doesn't travel well.
It doesn't.
You got a big fucking whiteboard.
So, next topic.
Well, if you got a dry erase marker, there's a fish tank.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was hoping Guy on the Couch number 2 would carry the show. I'm sure he's got a million interesting things to say. Interesting things.
Always come with a price.
Yeah, I mean, he can have 2% of the proceeds of this show, this episode.
Whatever 2% of 0 is.
Yep. 3%. Fuck it.
Man,
let's not go crazy now.
Yeah, he wandered off though, so plan A is fucked.
Man, speaking of pay increases, like, speaking of why the fuck people aren't literally going back to work to do anything. Like, you want to have, like, a part-time bullshit job? Cool, you can literally go work 2 days a week at McDonald's making $14 a fucking hour.
I seen a thing up in Bloomington the other day. Domino's was hiring delivery drivers for $17 an hour.
Like, Jesus Christ, man.
And that's what makes it hard for construction workers.
Now, granted, here's the thing on that though, is like a delivery position. Yeah, you're making $17 an hour, but how many hours is your vehicle running doing wear and tear? Where the inflation cost of things like gasoline and service has been fucking insane. The price of a goddamn car, period, is nuts. People are literally being able to take their used vehicle onto the lot and being paid more for it than what they paid for it 2 years ago. What the fuck? I don't get it.
Get your little 1985 Honda Civic, and you'd be pretty good delivering pizzas.
01 Cavaliers are pretty fucking sweet.
Cavaliers, yeah, that's another car.
I had this guy quit from
That's good mileage as a Honda Civic.
where I work, and he drove a 2018 Dodge Charger. I don't know if it was a V8 or not. He quit where we was working to go do that Uber Eats stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in like 3 days he made like $1,600 because they have promos and shit where if they can do like 3 deliveries or 15 deliveries in 3 days or some shit like that, they get $600 bonus just to go do that. So I mean, he quit working construction just to go drive around and deliver food.
I mean, that's the thing is like skilled labor or just the labor force in general. You know, they've always been kind of underpaid and underappreciated, and it's one of those things. Yeah, you could go out and there were a lot of people that would use it as a negative connotation. Oh, well, what are you going to do if you don't go to school? Just go and dig ditches for the rest of your life? Well, there are a lot of ditch diggers that make pretty decent money. I mean, to be honest,
sucks.
and well,
It's
it
a
does.
shitty
But
job.
at the same time, you know, when these boys were going out and making, you know, $15 to $18 an hour starting, where, you know, shit, what else are you gonna do? Go work somewhere for minimum wage starting, maybe a couple bucks above minimum wage starting, and now, shit, you go start at McDonald's for 14. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be that cap. Yeah, you start at that, but it'd be a while before you saw anything above.
Back when I was 18 and I started at the company I'm at now, I started out in the aerial side doing AT&T work and stuff. They started me out back then at like $10 an hour as a lineman. So I mean, $10 an hour starting out as a lineman was pretty piss poor. And all these motherfuckers working in fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, stuff like that, they want more money on the hour, and they get it. But then you got guys like us out there that want more money on the hour. They won't give it to us because the fast food industry is booming. But it's not technically that the fast food industry is booming. It's that people don't want to get out into society with the pandemic. And that's what it boiled down to. Is that's why they've come up as much as they have, is from the pandemic.
Every industry is fucked. COVID ended the world. It just, I don't know, started the cancer, world cancer. Yep.
I mean, there's a bubble it'll pop at some point.
Yeah, but what's it gonna take with it? Like, there's 9 bubbles, you know, touching each other.
God forbid it cause a chain reaction.
Yeah, hopefully not one that ends in like nuclear holocaust. Thermobaric bombs, already did that.
I don't know. Goes nuke, I'm eating a bullet.
Already has thermobaric bombs in the Ukraine. They're very, very small.
Horrible bomb.
Yeah, if one were big enough, you could literally scorch the earth with it, like nuclear style. They're just small.
As long as there's oxygen to feed it.
I think we covered that last one.
Yeah, probably 3 of them. I think I'm the only one concerned about this. Everybody else, yeah.
Well, you can be
We're there.
concerned, but
Well, I
what
mean,
can you do about
it's like the whole thing of nuke war. Like,
70
so what? I can be
million
concerned
Americans.
as I fucking want to be, but there ain't shit I'm gonna do about it. Whoever pushes a goddamn button pushes a goddamn button. I'm sitting here dealing with fallout. Fucking send it. I don't
Why
care.
do we need the buttons? How do we get rid of the buttons?
Put a sticker on it that says "Do not push."
Shit, that's gonna make them push it. As human beings, when we're told not to do something, we go out of our way to do it.
Well, then put a big, change it from
Don't
red to
put-
green and put push it.
Somebody would have to do that too. All right, told me to.
Well, I mean,
You put a button out, it's gonna get pushed.
if you make
At some point.
if you make it green, they're not going to touch it.
No, I would. I walk up to any big red button that says push, I'm gonna push and wait for like a clown to hop out or something.
That's why you paint it green.
Okay,
If
it's
there was a
like
big
weird
green
shit.
button there,
Fuck
we
yeah, I'm
could
gonna, dude, I'm a 6-year-old. You put a big ass button out, I'm
Push
gonna
the
push
goddamn
it.
button.
I can't help myself. I like pushing buttons.
yes, you do.
Surprise.
Right.
My vape died today. Sad. I had that thing for a month.
So his instant gratification's gone.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not claiming that I don't have that mental illness. I'm just pointing it out. It's pretty fucking common. If you smoke like that oral fixation shit, it's instant gratification. Grow your nails out for 3 weeks. Feel great about it, and then one bad day and they're gone. Don't look at my fingernails.
I couldn't. Oh, 3 weeks nail growth? Whew.
Yeah. No, I mean like trimming them and shit.
Oh. And then you
Instead
start
of
chewing.
gnawing them
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, and then nope. Fuck that. Gone.
Yeah.
Old ticks, man.
Yeah, remember those fucked up teeth you had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Chewing your shit, dude. Wear them down,
fuck those
trust
teeth.
me.
They're gone. I don't want to think about them anymore.
Yeah, so wear down some of the good ones you got. That sounds like a great plan.
Dude, I've been biting my nails for a long time. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, just keep fucking your teeth up. Don't worry.
Good genetics. Other than the mental illness.
Uh-huh. That enamel lasts for a good while.
It does. Sorry, I keep getting lost in the giant hole behind you.
Yep. It's huge.
It's a big ass hole, man. It's got a hole in the bottom of the hole.
And there's several holes in that one.
That's one big ass hole.
It's a big ass hole.
If you're lucky, you'll find a little bit of water in there.
Soon to be number 2 again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push the fuck out of it. It's gonna happen. 3/10 of a mile. So I need 4/10.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds fun. Fucking Tuesdays, man. God damn it. Will you quit stealing my fucking vape?
Twat. You're gonna break,
Instant gratification.
yeah, you're gonna break it and take some of this for it.
No. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that next hit costs a shot.
Peruvian.
What is
Nope.
it?
I don't know. Peruvian fucking something.
It's
The guy
like
on the couch number 2 would come over here and tell me the cool story of where you got the Peruvian fucking whatever the fuck that is.
nectar liquor. It's like a tree sap.
It looks
Interesting.
like licorice black. And it smells like
Tastes very
isopropyl
similar.
alcohol.
It tastes very similar to Disaronno. Like straight out. Tastes like Disaronno. Don't fucking know. It's been keeping me torqued and shitting my brains out for like 3 days.
He's only a quarter of the way through the bottle.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually, like,
It is such a dark amber.
it looks really good. I just, like, I don't appreciate fine liquors at all. They all pretty much make me want to vomit. So, I just don't do that. It's like super spicy food. I could technically choke it down, but it'd be a waste of people that actually enjoy this shit. It looks like cough syrup.
My 1200 lumen light can't penetrate that shit.
Wow.
This shit is literally darker than amber.
Here's a beer. Maybe a shot.
Explosives. Man, what a fucking great thing.
Yeah.
I actually, man, I had to lie on my fucking life insurance. I mean, I'm just the guy on the couch. Fucking send it, right? I mean, I was legitimately, like, I had to go through this inquiry stage because there's a specific sport that I do, and they were actually asking me about this sport and some of the specific details thereof, including if I've ever used explosives in this sport. I was like, no.
We were safe about it.
Why would you ask me that? Oh, because it's an extra $18 a month.
Jesus.
See, this is one of the reasons
Yeah.
I love maintaining my very novice knowledge of these things. Because I can go on record as I've watched. I have no idea what the hell happened. I think they were just hitting a rock with a rock, but things exploded.
Yeah. And like,
I didn't touch anything or see anything. I just smaller rocks.
it's been a pretty good time, right? But oh yeah, yeah. My life insurance now gets cheaper though, because I don't have a pit bull. Fuck insurance. God, what a crock of shit
I
scam.
think we've done that one a few times too.
God, I hope so.
Everything's a
holy
fucking-
fuck.
Everything's a scam now, but like as far as scams go, insurance is OG.
Man, let me tell you what though. Like one of those underappreciated and very highly usable seasonings, tahini. Holy shit.
Put that
There's
shit
one.
on everything.
It's not quite Frank's, but man, you can use it a lot. It's got kind of a nice earthy flavor. It's not bad.
We got lost in the hole again.
Guy on the couch number 2's on the phone.
Yeah, I'm easily distracted. If you didn't already know this. I wonder how many hours this is officially online now. We gotta be approaching like 15 maybe?
About 12
I don't-
hours.
12 hours online?
11 episodes, 12 hours.
Nice.
Well, I mean, we recorded like 2.5 hours
I don't
last
know,
week.
man.
We'll see how many hours I
13 hours. Maybe. Depending on how much you ranted last week.
I make no guarantees. I barely remember.
Oh, it was a bunch. You ranted for a bunch.
I think we even covered quantum physics or some shit.
Oh, yeah, I
A
hope
little
so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to every episode a little bit. Speaking of which, rant about space or some shit. Tell me all the theories about the moon.
Water bears
Yeah, whatever a water bear is. Those
They
little
have-
space things.
Oh,
survived
shit.
all 5
Everything.
extinction events.
Dude, they can literally survive in
In
zero
the
atmosphere.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
on the
I mean,
International Space Station.
for a little bit, but yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. Of course, then again, I mean, did you have to figure there are methods and mechanics in a lot of species that can survive a lot of interesting events. I mean, fuck, dude, frogs literally freeze over.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Frozen. Ding, ding, ding. Tap it off fucking wood. Done. Let it thaw out. Comes
You
back
go.
to goddamn life. Dude, alligators will literally stick their snooters up through the fucking ice and freeze themselves. Cool. Done. But they can also slow their heart rate to where they can stay underwater submerged on the bottom for 23 hours. Basically a full understood day. I say that because time and space. Total relevant concept. We covered that last time. Gregorian calendar shit. But
Did we? I don't remember that at all.
we had to have. I'm pretty sure I ranted about the Gregorian calendar and what is it, Ethiopia, that's like 7 years in the past. Because they follow a different calendar. So the recognized time in Ethiopia is actually, that'd be what, 2015 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. Shit. I mean, they were still in, what, damn 93 when we hit 2000? Like, we came into the new millennia way before they did. Just simply because an understood perception of an idea.
I've never really cared what year, month, or day it is, other than how that's relevant to me in the moment. Like, obviously, July is different than December. But other than that, like, as far as which year we're in, I get it that it marks the passage of
natural Earth cycle. And there you go into basically pursuit
How
of
many
naturalist
rotations?
and different occult bases. And it's like you either have a controlling, damn near religious understanding of time, where it's like mass control and standardization. Because honestly, that's the biggest thing of what we call is like civilization is this common demand or perception versus like an understanding. Like you look back in almost occult followings of how to say natural arts, almost Wiccan style. You know, you had religious solstice events, and at the religious emphasis is light, because it was again kind of like a lifestyle perception of evolving your life around what provides you life, the existence of Earth and its natural elements. You follow those, you follow the seasons, the natural events and timetable thereof. And so your equinox celebrations, these celebrations of life and the perception of life, as opposed to a true time or timetable. But then we had to put a standardization. Nope. This is the year. This is how the calendar. Everyone needs to know what the breakdown of time is. So we all are on, quote, the same page, speaking the same language. You know, it's like we have to document things. We have to make things relevant. And documenting history, not saying it's a bad thing, but that forced perception under that one event of time, instead of taking it in just natural cycles, which have a natural ebb and flow. And we have to modify our calendar. That's why we have things like leap years, because it's a totally imperfect science. Well, that's because it's an adapted natural science. Something that just exists. Stop trying to label and make barriers and constraints on things and just exist. Fuck, shouldn't we?
The human brain needs connections. We need rationalization.
People that can't exist in the chaos. People that can't exist without these hard barriers, these hard
chaos,
lines.
man. Like, you're talking a gray zone, and you might be more on the chaotic side than the lawful side, I guess.
Lawful and linear. Now, here I love math. Like, that exact science, that black or white.
Chaos is something that I don't think us as humans, as lawful beings, can understand truly. Like, that's literally the point of chaos. You can't... you don't expect it.
Non-linear flow, that turbulent flow, that level of turbulence, the organization within non is a beautiful thing. Like, just let it be, sort it out, swim through it, find that needle in the haystack, create the haystack, bury your needle, try to find it again. Spend your time as you want to, because again, we have no idea how much quote unquote time we have. We just have a certain amount of existence. Everyone's timeline is different. It gets you a few rotations around this sun. That's the closest understanding. Whether it be a naturalist observation of time or a Gregorian understood perception of time. We only get so much of it. Why put it into categorized columns? Why? I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to do this. Just fucking do. Do what you do. Structure kind of sucks. And it's mostly that forced structure.
Every person dies when they're ready. Now, whatever circumstances might force someone into being ready, whatever. But anybody who doesn't die naturally is probably murdered, if that doesn't make sense.
In some sense of it. What about the guy walking through the woods and a tree branch falls 30 feet?
He was murdered by a tree. I mean, that's literally murdered by fate, I think, at that point. Yeah. Like, I don't know what series of unfortunate events led him to getting crushed by said branch, but...
shit happens.
I mean, that's just a case of shit happens. There's an exception to every rule.
You put yourself in the woods and the bear eats you. There you go.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, that's pretty much stupidity at that point. Like, if you're going to go walk around in the woods with grizzlies, you should know that. I don't think there's anywhere on the planet they're not going to at least say, hey, we've got grizzlies here. So if you're going to be walking around, like, it's spring, so watch out for grizzlies.
We were on a family vacation up in Alaska a couple years ago, and there was a reserve we went to, and we were talking to the people that work there about a trail to take around to see some obviously nice views and take some pictures. And there's like, well, there's this trail here that's really good. It'll go around lots of everything you'd want to see in Alaska. And around this turn here, there's a grizzly bear who likes to hang out around this area. Okay. And that's cool with everybody.
I'm assuming that.
Yeah, just go through, just make noise, don't sneak up on him. It's like, okay. And if he comes walking by or something like that, just stay still, don't make any noise, and just let him go through.
So they're like Gatlinburg-ified.
I'd rather fuck with fucking alligators, man.
Grizzlies, like, if they have a notion to eat you, and there's not a big gun or a large wall, they're probably going to eat you. There's not much you can do to stop one.
Play dead. They don't like to eat dead things. So it might take a couple of bites as long as you just stay still and be quiet while it's taking a couple of bites.
I'm gonna stay still while a bear is eating.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm probably gonna freak out. 14-foot, freaking 2,000 pound killing machine.
Yeah.
Dude, if it eats part of you,
that's black bears, not grizzly bears.
Dude, I don't really even want to fuck with a 300 pound black bear. No. That's a 300 pound
fucking with a sun bear.
Do you know what's scarier than a grizzly bear and a black bear? It's a fucking moose.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a lot of animal, huge. Dude.
Yeah.
With anger issues.
Polar bear.
That knows how big it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big, mean piece of meat.
Yeah.
Like, no. It's a pissed off horse on steroids.
With horns.
There was a
big dumbass paddle slappers, dude. Fucking.
Yeah.
Jesus. Rip a windshield out of a car with those.
Can completely destroy a garbage truck with those, which has happened. There's back in the 80s, for some reason, I think it was in Anchorage, they decided to paint their garbage trucks like a Pepto-Bismol pink. Came across a moose on the road. Moose got pissed off about it and just destroyed the garbage truck. Like the guys that were in the truck had to huddle in the middle of the cab as it just beat the shit out of the truck around them.
So pink is one of the mood-altering colors, isn't it?
I have no idea.
You know how many Karens? Two of the 6 listeners of this show would be very pissed off.
We should send this shit directly to Karens.
We should.
They'll just pass it all around the network.
Do you know how famous we would be?
Man.
It would. Dude, you get so many hits.
Oh man, I don't know if I want to be that kind of famous.
Oh my God, Sharon, you would not believe what I just heard on this podcast.
This is what they actually said. Yeah. Eat a
No, you
dick,
should
bitch.
listen to it. Pass it around to your friends. They should listen to it.
I don't-
We can all be pissed off about it
I
together.
don't know if I want to be that kind of famous.
I mean, that's kind of a big. There's a big topic of debate. Is that kind of fame a good fame? Because you got to figure something we all know and love. Jackass, dude. Jackass got its fame for being that rancid kind of comedy.
I'm cool with that.
Broke those barriers of like, hey, fuck you, fuck what you think. This is what we think is funny, and a lot of people think it's funny. We're gonna throw it out to those masses. The percentage of the population that doesn't like it, they're gonna be pissed. But the percentage that likes it, we're hoping puts up a big enough stink to where it goes.
There's
There's also that, like, I mean, you got to figure it, like Island Boy fame, dude.
Oh my
There's a
God.
certain percentage of the world I'm not trying to piss off, and that's 53%, as every fucking woman on the planet. Sorry.
But no, I mean, literally, there's that, back to that topic. I mean, it's still, when you're looking to garner fame, like, there are those people that it kind of irritates the shit out of me that they get fame from that level of asinine stupidity. But
You've heard of selling your soul?
where do you break it down? What's okay to one person may not, because like even something as simple as like Borat. I mean, honestly, I never really saw the humor in the specific, but that's also like a lot of Will Ferrell comedy. Not a super big fan. Whereas like a lot of people say he's no different than another Adam Sandler. Yeah, there's a pretty big difference. Like, I mean, there's a certain brand in it. Some things hit me differently.
Yep.
But that goes back to some people see as garnering fame in whatever stupid way as their way of garnering it.
Okay, so me personally, I do not want to offend the pretty 53% of the world.
Don't want to offend to gain popularity.
So everybody sells their soul. You want money, you're going to sell your soul. Whether you inherit it or whatever, I don't.
So is the goal popularity through bringing truth?
I mean,
like, hey,
I hope so.
Here's just real topic. Talk real topic.
Carry on.
Your turn. New topic.
Oh, shit. Let's do music.
Where's your music? Though?
Go for it. Tell me about the Japanese baby metal.
I don't know enough.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. I know shit about them other than they're Japanese. Their name is baby metal, and for some reason I don't know what else to call it. It fits.
It's a weird dance metal.
Check it
There's
out.
a whole genre.
Video capabilities right now, because I just want to play it. Like I don't even want to give an opinion on it. Just Japanese baby metal.
Well, it's weird. It's almost like an anime interpretation with music.
And it
'Cause it's-
sounds decent. Like it's strange. But I listen to a lot of strange
And
stuff.
it tries to incorporate so many different genres to get as many potential listeners as possible, I think.
See, I'm
Listeners
cool with
slash viewers.
like all that. That is the right kind of selling your soul. I think. Like when you're happy with the part of it you're giving away.
Right.
Like we all sell our soul for something, be it a 40-hour-a-week job or drugs or whatever it is that you pick. Like we all sell our time.
And
So-
then there are those that wear, music memorabilia or like logos and things just for the image of it. Don't actually listen to music.
Nirvana, but yeah. So I've never, until the last few years, liked Nirvana at all. And you see, like, I've never worn it. I don't wear band shirts, obviously, but
Well, in the phase of wearing band shirts, when I wore band shirts, I wore what I listened to, and it's to the point where there are literally people that have no idea anything about what it is they're wearing. They've never listened to them. If they have, they don't know it.
it's a style, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of become that, an interpreted style, as opposed to an appreciation of the artist.
So 9 people out of 10 probably doesn't know really anything about anything. But the 1 out of 10 that's wearing the Nirvana shirt, I'm hoping actually listens to the music. So most people just suck. The quicker you wrap your mind around that, the easier most things are. I don't expect much from your average person. Hopefully just stay the hell away from me. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. It's easier. You can wave and say hello, all those things, but if your head is buried in the sand, flip. Next podcast.
That's it. Done.
Are we done? Fucking Tuesdays. No. I don't know. I went on my own little rant there. God damn it, you got me in a ranting mood. Fucking guy on the couch.
Maybe that's what I was supposed to do.
I don't know. Moonbase Alpha.
Dude, that'll be an awesome time. Telling you. Hope it ends up like Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Dude, I talked to the Space Force recruiter.
Yeah.
I think that's how you get to Moonbase Alpha. And I want to go to fucking Moonbase Alpha. Early. I want to help them design that shit. I don't know why. It just sounds fun. And how often do you get invited to go to the fucking moon? Truth.
I haven't been invited yet.
Well, you don't. You got to ask them if they will invite you, I think. Like, you probably got to take tests and do things, but I'm good at those
Maybe
things.
be friends with Elon Musk or Mr.
No,
Amazon dude.
No, this is government funded. This will be way better. They're going to steal all of his technology. I can guarantee it.
Within a couple of days, they're supposed to be attempting snatching a rocket booster with a helicopter.
Oh yeah, catching it as it
Yeah.
comes back down. Yeah.
It's
Who is testing this?
Oh shit,
I
who was it? Was
don't
it
remember.
A manned helicopter?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
literally.
assuming it's gonna be on a parachute.
I hope I'm wrong.
So
Watch.
it's not gonna be like deadfall. It's gonna be.
It's supposed to break that 5,000 mile an hour deadfall.
Really?
And I believe again with parachutes, but they're supposed to come in with a helicopter to snatch this motherfucker out of the air.
Batman did it. It's fine.
We are doing some crazy technological advancements in this.
That
We're-
has to be a fairly fast helicopter. And I
Dude.
would think somewhat heavy if you're catching a fucking rocket.
I wouldn't
out of the
think
air.
you could do it with anything less than a Chinook.
Right, but that's slow.
But exactly. You know, I mean, you're not moving at the you know,
The
Whatever
slower it is, the
velocity
smaller
needed.
window you have of catching that fucking thing.
like, whew. But at the
I
same
would
time,
fucking
you
hate
can't.
to have to do the math on that.
But
shit.
it's not like you could do it with some like little R-22.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
What are they like? Are we talking a full size,
Rocket booster
like
falling back to Earth.
Spaceship Endeavor missions? Those monster canisters,
Trying
180
to
feet tall.
Catch one with a helicopter.
Even empty, they're very heavy. I think.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of
And
insulation and
helicopters-
stuff in them.
Are not the most stable of fucking
No,
things.
especially for catching fucking heavy ass thing
With
out
an
of the air
unknown
at high
spin
speed.
velocity. Everything,
I don't know how you
dude.
would test it short of just live.
Like exactly, that's basically what they're trying to do. Is like
Somebody's
they've
gonna die,
scienced,
dude.
they've scienced the fuck out of it.
They
You
gotta
know.
find the pilot with the biggest balls.
Dude, I mean, helicopter pilots are batshit crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
One of my
And
favorite kinds of crazy.
This is like the Grissom style of it, like the XR-22
I don't get it.
fucking plane
Why?
trial status.
Why though?
I don't.
Why would they?
It's some proposed idea of salvaging resources. Of
Dude,
an
you know they've got a drone
expungent
helicopter out there
mission.
they could use for this.
That's what I was
Call
thinking
Elon.
too, because
If another drone explodes, who cares? But look at SpaceX. They're the thing they just did for this exact same reason, so they
Well,
can
and
reuse them.
that's the problem, is because there are so many forces at play that are all trying to play the same game that don't have the same technological advances. They're trying to salvage the old school
Why
that
do
they
they not
have,
just
and this is their
fund-
batshit idea.
Why don't they just fund Musk? He's been 20 years ahead of everybody else for 20 years. SpaceX did that
He's
thing
an
that
old hippie and he don't know what to do.
yeah, he can't Twitter, so he's gonna buy it. Have you seen that?
Huh? Bam.
you gave him a shit ton of money. Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
He can personally, out of his own bank account, pay for Twitter. Congratulations. He wins.
$40 million fucking dollars.
400 million.
Yeah, 400 million.
No, 400 billion.
Yeah.
What?
It was $400 billion, wasn't it?
No, I
Like
thought it was
396 for what?
Twitter?
Yeah.
I just thought it was
I thought it was
4
like-
billion.
I thought it was like 4.7 or some shit.
4 point.
I don't, dude. I don't really do the. I don't keep
Dear
up with most of
Google.
this shit anymore.
How much was Twitter bought for?
I don't think they sold it to him.
They're
At least
not,
not yet.
they're not gonna sell that shit.
I mean, it depends. I probably would. It's owned by stockholders, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So like he's
So,
just
yeah,
got to buy stock in Twitter.
43 billion,
43 billion.
Didn't he even offer it in cash as well?
probably.
Or Bitcoin or Tesla stock. Or,
Well, I remember hearing a thing
he
on
can
the
throw a lot of
radio
money wherever
that it
he
was
wants
discussed
to.
about that he was gonna $4 billion in just cash.
He's worth 400 billion.
Sounds about right.
He's the richest man in the world now, right? Didn't he
think
just
that's
pass Bezos? I thought he just passed Bezos.
He did, and then he sent Bezos a giant number 2 trophy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Here you go. Fuck off.
That's kind of that's an egotistical thing
Dude,
to do. Period.
I like him. He's doing things. He's one of the few people on the planet doing things. Everybody else is copying Musk. He's the Tesla of our generation.
And he doesn't really give a shit about that much money, really.
Obviously he does not. Tesla gave away all of their battery patents.
But then he's talking about buying
public.
Twitter for $40 billion. It's like, yeah, fuck it. Here we go.
I'm busy doing so many other things.
Yeah.
Like there's so
I think that's
much
his
going on.
biggest issue. He lacks focus. He's off to the next project before the first one's done, and then the first project suffers from it. And
He's advancing the world in the
is.
best way he can.
I would
Yeah.
kind of like to see him dabble into underwater survey. Be cool as shit. Like manned survey of deep ocean.
Everybody's been so focused on space. Nobody looks
Aliens are
at the planet.
coming.
And I mean, I can see the precept and the ideology of furthering that. Granted, cool, awesome,
There's more money in space than.
but there's also still cool shit here. And again, man.
What is it, like
Cross
20 or
the-
30% of the ocean has not been explored yet, or
Okay,
something
now,
like that?
however,
Mapped.
we do-
90% of the ocean hasn't been mapped.
90% of it.
no,
80%.
we now have full, in-depth topo maps of the entire seafloor.
Is that from the LiDAR or whatever from the satellites?
Shit's intense. And there's so minimal margin for error of distortion through water.
But the problem with that is they don't actually have an accurate depiction of what they think is a hill might be an ancient city, or they have a vague topo. I know they found
To
a
actually-
shitload of cool
actually
stuff
go
like
and
shipwrecks
see
and
it.
things.
In topo, you're talking about
Topography, yeah.
Topography map.
Which is the elevation. I don't know what they call it underwater, actually. Because
It's still
elevation
an
is like
elevation.
above sea level. Would it be below sea level, I guess, in reverse?
I think there's a fancy term for it.
So like the Marianas Trench, can they reach that deep?
It's got the full ocean floor mapped.
That's insane.
Not with a manned vehicle, but
No, that's the thing. That's like
So-
the differentiation of doing LiDAR cave survey versus man cave survey.
Yeah, so the cool part about like the land maps is there was actually boots on ground on 99% of it. And that's the shitty part about being in normal land, because you're not the first person to be anywhere. Which is why I want to go to the fucking moon.
You're still not the first person there.
But dude, if I go take a piss where I'm not supposed to, I'm gonna be the first person to piss on that rock. I guarantee fucking it.
You don't care about anything, but when the next guy goes up there, you want to make sure that he knows you peed on that rock.
cool suits they're gonna give us? I'm not gonna be in Buzz Aldrin 1969 shit. I'm gonna be rocking a fucking, what was that dude's name from Guardians of the Galaxy? Where he's just got like this little necklace thing that turns into a helmet. It'd be fucking amazing. So I can just run around naked with my helmet on.
please don't.
Wait till we get the alien technology. Who's gonna get that shit first? Space Force. Are we live? Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. Pressure. Tuesday. When in doubt, revert to your, what do they call this, Monster Smash? Monster Truck Rally things. Guy on the couch number 2 is evacuated.
Has left the building.
Here you go.
Microphone allergies.
Yeah,
They happen.
those are common. He was a figment of our imagination. Anyway,
I would reference the movie Fight Club, but I'm not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
Tyler fucking
that's a fun topic. Have we done Fight Club yet?
I don't think so.
That one and 12 Monkeys, man, they will blow your mind. A lot of Brad Pitt stuff's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Some of it he did just for money, I think, but some of it, 12 Monkeys was fucking wild. Fight Club, I mean, staple man movie.
Wait, who else was in 12 Monkeys? Was Is that Brad Pitt?
Yeah, he was the crazy guy, the really crazy guy.
Is Bruce Willis in that movie? What movie am I thinking about?
12 Monkeys.
Yeah, 12 Monkeys. No, who was the main character in that shit?
I need to see.
I actually just watched it like a year ago, but you know that chronic short-term memory loss.
So yeah, it was Bruce Willis.
Hmm.
I remember Brad Pitt in it.
Yeah, he's the guy in the mental asylum. The one that's actually the leader of the 12 Monkeys. Dude, he was beautifully crazy though.
Brad Pitt? Of course, it's Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean like in that movie he was very... He did it well, but no, I mean like the character. I don't want to say there's a good kind of crazy, but maybe not. I don't. Just decide for yourself. Watch it. ADHD. Next subject. Oh, I didn't even say a single thing about Fight Club there, did I?
No.
And people say this is hard to follow.
No, it's quite easy. We have logical tangents.
Yeah, as long as you have the neurodivergency. A podcast for strange people by strange people.
That would be a good description of it.
Yeah, I would say if you like
I
this
think
podcast.
strange really sums it up.
Whatever. Fight Club. I don't want to spoil it. Like, I'm afraid if I say a single thing, I'm going to spoil it.
I mean, how long ago did it come out?
I guess we could always just say pause, go watch it right now if you're concerned.
Yeah, just stop listening.
Yeah. Just go watch it right now. And then come back. And we'll talk about it. Welcome back. No, like he's so normal for so long that he cracks.
Mm-hmm.
And his brain goes full schizophrenia and he develops Tyler Durden. Can you name Edward Norton's character in that movie? The narrator. I don't know why I like that so much. Didn't even bother to give the guy a name. I am Jack Spleen. Anybody? Fight Club reference? Mm-hmm. Movie we're talking about. They move into the abandoned paper factory or whatever the hell it is. And he finds a bunch of old notebooks from the recluse that used to own the property. And it's just like written in the first person from his organs. Beautiful, crazy. Why in the hell would you do that? Boredom? Insanity?
Following tangents, following rabbit holes.
I mean, maybe. I could get doing like one or two. I even occasionally make that reference. Nobody ever gets it. But when you venture all the way down the rabbit hole, you do every single organ, that's when you're nuts. Like when you see something crazy through to the end, you're batshit. Certifiably.
I don't know. Because what one person sees as a crazy endeavor is another person's life work. You can see all the logic in it. And maybe there might be some others that see the logic, especially once you've done it. They can see and they can follow in the logic. Think about exploration and that value. Why the fuck do you want to climb up to that goddamn mountain peak? Because it's there. Well, he went there. I want to go there too. Sheep kind of thing. What direction do you want to lead the sheep? What kind of crazy branch do you want to see how many follow you?
Somebody's always going to follow you.
Hey herd, I'm jumping off this ledge. Why? It looks like a good ledge. Every person's crazy is different. How much of the herd follows you? There's a weird rabbit hole to follow.
Well, you're either talking about sales or marketing, two of my favorite discussions. Sales is talking one person into buying something, and marketing is talking a group of people into buying something. Marketing's kind of gone the way of everything else, though. It's very pay to play. You want to market a business, you either get really lucky, like catch lightning in a bottle, or you pay. The more you pay, the better chance you catch lightning in a bottle. If you pay enough, the algorithms will just do it. You want 100 million touches? Okay. $140,000. Yay, you win. You're viral.
Yeah. And that's because you're hurting people through that instant gratification of screen time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're paying for the people who control the algorithms to doctor them for you in your favor.
Yep.
Whereas like Facebook marketing, I don't care how good your marketing strategy is, Facebook's not going to let it work unless you pay them. You're going to get throttled. They'll limit your views. TikTok's kind of fun, but that's because it's not monetized. TikTok makes money from every view. They don't care. They don't want to throttle you. They want people to watch. They want you to be interesting so that more people watch. Whereas Facebook's all ad revenue.
Then there's podcasting, where it's just come listen to the interesting.
I mean, I could still pay to play, advertise for the podcast. Considered it. If I had a shit ton of money, I probably would. Why not?
But instead, we'll see how many of these 6 followers manage to garner some of the herd by following.
I don't. Yeah. It'll go where it goes.
It's just a micro version of
Breadcrumbs. Not
that's
expecting anybody to find any of this. And it actually do anything, possibly for years. Might be 10 years from now, everybody be like, oh, God, you guys remember that crazy shit that happened in like 2021? These people are talking about it. I think neurodivergency is the wave of the future. There are more kids being born weird than ever before. Like, the same kind of weird that I am.
That's just a
spazoid
percentage gain. Because there's more kids being born than ever.
Maybe. I mean, it seems like a larger percentage of kids. Like, it's a whole different world.
Maybe.
I mean, how many kids had ADHD in 1960? I don't even think ADHD was a term.
No, they were the kids that were put into special ed.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, it was a low percentage. Like most kids, it was just beaten out of them.
No, that's the thing. They were also forced conformity was the thing. You know, okay, yeah, you're fucking acting a spaz and being weird. Well, if you want to live, you're not going to. Go ahead. Fuck around, be weird.
So
You'll be squashed.
now people are celebrating weird.
Yep.
So rather than it being squashed, it's being nurtured. Now, whether this is nature, nurture, what, and then obviously...
But it's also led to nurturing the wrong side of it. Just literally...
Everybody's got their own brand of crazy, right?
Almost a form of mollycoddling. I'm not saying we need to force cookie cutter, but it's led to the extremity of weird. And there we go, going back to the divergency of what one person sees as weird as someone's norm. So who's the one to put the restraints on weird? I couldn't.
Society, I think. Societal standards would be what we consider normal.
Well, that's where it gets to kind of being the overwhelming majority. You know, it's like that majority rules kind of thing.
So
But there are times where majority's not even heard.
I don't think anybody fits majority anymore. Everybody considers themselves a minority. Whether they are or not, like whatever distinction you cut yourself into. Guy on the couch, what's your favorite book?
Oof.
Favorite author? Does that make it easier?
I mean, R.A. Salvatore is definitely one of the greats.
I got bored with the only series of his I've read at around book 12 of 40-ish. There might be more than that now.
About Drist,
Drist,
or whatever it is.
That's where you have to watch where the co-authors come in.
I don't...
It's very much like my other prized author of Clive Cussler. Some of his works are really good, but then some of his works with especially like Jack Dubrul were kind of meh, because those co-authorings, they take a different, spin on the same universe, the same characters. And it's like, yeah.
I read the Drist books on my Kindle, as I want to do for the last decade. When you finish one, it pops up, would you like to read the next in the series? Well, yes, I would. Thank you. And it just kept saying that. So I finally was like, well, how many fucking books? I like finishing series.
See, after War of the Spider Queen, things got weird.
I remember the first couple, and then it got to the point where like God couldn't kill him if he wanted to, and that character, he made too much money off each of those books, or I think he would have wrapped that series up much quicker.
He put him in several different realms, several different sub-series, and then he did a really good job though of taking the realm that he created and following different character line stories, different timeline stories, but from the same realm.
Well, these are all D&D Forbidden Realms. Like, what do they call them? The Legends or something? You had, was it Elminster?
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite characters.
But
Mr. Wizard,
Yeah, but I mean, you can also follow like some of the adventures of like Regis the Halfling, Wolfgar, Battlehammer,
Regis,
Canterbury.
what a little dickhead.
I hate
halflings so goddamn much.
There are so many books that follow so many different characters.
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive, like that they go down so many rabbit holes following so many different stories. But then you get into some odd divergence, like the Cleric Quintet, That's a 4-book series that's almost completely unrelated.
Yeah.
And that's where you start to hit those hard divergences. I mean, he has what? 180 books in print?
I have no idea.
Like, it's absurd.
Quite a few, yeah.
Absurd. But then it's one of those, there are a lot of co-authors that take his realm, his ideas, his characters, and they branch out from there.
Have you read Ravenloft? Castle Ravenloft? It's the Dracula of Forbidden Realms.
Really?
Do you remember Lord Soth, the Death Knight?
Yeah.
He goes in one of them. And it's actually maybe a couple of them. It was glorious. Dracula fighting a Death Knight. They both just kicked the shit out of each other a bunch.
I'm pretty sure Soth won, though, didn't he?
Well, sort of. Barovia, spoiler alert. Barovia is Strahd. So, like, he can't die. He is the realm. It's like immortal lichdom shit. He pissed off the wrong person.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, he just let Soth go because Soth was fucking him up pretty hard. It's like, alright, go home. You win. Bye. We already tried music. Fuck that one up.
Yeah, we did.
Baby Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
Have you never listened to Baby Metal?
Yeah.
Oh, you should try it. It's Japanese dance metal.
It's strange.
Yeah,
I'm actually
an
thinking of a
interesting
song right now of theirs. It's,
one. Gimme Chocolate.
no. I don't think so.
Karate? Those are the two that I can think of right off the top of my head.
No. I don't. I don't know the name. It might be either one of those. I can't understand half of what they say. At least it's metal, and they're speaking another language most of the time. Screaming another language.
No, they pretty much sing.
Might be a different band I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, Baby Metal is 3 Japanese women.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really scream.
I mean, saying they can't?
I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying, like, from what I've listened to, they don't. Some of the background, maybe.
Yeah.
It's also been a little while since I've listened to it.
Bob Seger, go.
Shit. No.
Who did it better? Turn the page.
Oh,
Seger or Metallica?
That's definitely Metallica.
Hmm.
Seger's original is not terrible.
I like them both. I don't know that I have a favorite.
Well, it's like Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. I mean, it was great. But Tulia did a great cover of it.
No idea who that is.
It's like this Swedish quartet.
Steven Seagal's?
Nah, I'd have to argue.
I think they're Swedish. Finnish?
I don't know. But there was this redhead lady who did this. I can't remember her name to save my life, but she did an a cappella cover of "Numb" by Linkin Park. An a cappella cover was phenomenal.
Somebody that knows how to use their voice, man, it's magic.
Yeah.
There you go, advanced magic. Learn how to use your voice.
Nope, not here.
It's not even that complicated, man.
See,
Record yourself.
I need to listen to episode 12 just to hear my voice.
Listen to yourself through headphones for a while. You'll get numb, desensitized.
I don't know.
Just treat the microphone like your best friend. You'll be fine.
Taking out the subtle vibrations that emit through your jawbone into your eardrums. Everybody's voice sounds different when you hear it played back to you.
Yeah.
Because you don't get those subtle nuances and tones.
Yeah.
Where, like, to myself, my voice sounds kind of deep. I'm sure through that, it's not.
So I think part of it is your inner monologue you developed as a child, and you still think you sound like that, but you don't.
Huh.
You have to occasionally hear your own voice so you know what it sounds like. And especially for singing, where pitch and note and all that shit is obviously extremely important.
Hence why in the recording studio, most listen to headphones.
Mm-hmm. And then if you're flat or something, they'll just turn you up. A lot can be done. I mean, you don't even actually need a person anymore.
Tune.
Yeah, you can just make cool noises and then warp it with, I don't even want to say expensive software anymore. Like Soundtrap is free from Spotify. Give me money, bitch. And yeah, I mean, I think you can pay like the $10 a month or something and get the premium with all the extra
Bells and
samples. Yeah, a lot more instruments. I don't know. I played with it for a few hours. Tell me something new in the world of science.
There's an isotope that they managed to actually catch blooming, radiating protons out of it. Some isotope that literally its half-life is like 400 milliseconds.
It's a new element?
And I don't know, it's some iridium, like 2 something or other. I mean, it's 260 some odd that they're at now. And yeah, its half-life is, again, so very short. They finally just caught it actually doing a proton release. And it was this, like, pumpkin-shaped blip coming out of it.
Well, most iridium
really
is
cool.
fairly unstable, I think. Like, it's one of the early...
It's just isotope studies. It's literally just studying things on such a smaller level. And that's kind of cool that at the same time of, you know, we're still looking at the big picture of space and science, there's actually people that are concentrating on the smaller, literal building blocks still. We're still looking at, you know, now granted some of these isotopes are man-made. We're combining shit to study it and what happens thereof. Look at the Hadron Collider.
Have you seen the new one?
No. They literally just keep building off
Well,
it.
there's the Tokyo Mega Collider, if I remember correctly, which is supposed to be multiple times bigger than the LHC. And then they're expanding the Large Hadron to a Mega Collider status. So they're adding another loop to it to make it however many times faster, larger, more effective. The last time they fired it up, might have just completely changed our timeline.
I mean, there's that theory that exists. And who knows? I mean, we're playing with realms of quantum physics that are literally new.
Everything's new until you learn it.
So is an apple falling.
Yeah, long time ago.
We figured it out. We put it on paper. There it is. Fucking math.
We think we figured out gravity. We have an idea of how it works, but not why.
That's why we're still studying gravity all over the place. Different planets, different solar systems.
Different parts of this planet have different gravity. Sing us out, guy on the couch.
Da-da-da-da-da. Fucking Tuesday is another episode.
Happy number 13 then, I guess.
Yeah. So it happened.
Bye.
You know, man.